Okay, so you may be asking, how am I supposed to get Tower Defense X towers into TDS? Well, I think you can already tell by the fact that I'm in sandbox mode that I'm going to be using the admin stat editor to do this. So, first tower let's make is the helicopter right here. In TDS, the helicopter does, in TDX, the helicopter does 88 damage with a 0.08 fire rate, and it has 30 range, giving it 1100 DPS, as you can see right here. There is the TDX helicopter. Then we are going to make the, the bottom path warship. So for the bottom path warship, pretty simple. It does like 15,000 damage every 6 seconds with map range, and that right there is going to be our bottom path warship. Then we have the slammer. How I'm going to do the slammer is I'm just going to use sledger, because they both use a hammer. That's pretty similar. We give it 6 range, we give it 450 damage with a 1.95 cooldown, and that right there is a top path slammer, which we'll be using. Now you may be wondering, why is paintballer in my loadout? Paintballer is going to be golden mine layer. Okay, you may be thinking, why don't I just use trapper? Well, look here. If I try to use trapper, I can't edit the trap stats. I can edit the cooldown and stuff, not really the traps though, which is why I'll be using paintballer. How I'll be calculating this is that the golden mine layer can have a max of 21 mines, and with the fact that each mine does 1500 damage, it can stack up a total of 31.5k damage. So I'll just make this cooldown really long, and let's just say, oh wait, I also need to make the range 5. This right here is a bottom path golden mine layer, because who is using top path? And then for gold juggernaut, I'm of course going to use the bottom path, and let's just do that. The stats are going to be 120 damage every 0.08 seconds with the range of 30. Right there, oh wait no, right there is our bottom path golden juggernaut. Then we have the XWM turret right here, which at max has a range of 57, damage of 110 every 0.1 seconds. Right there we have the XWM turret, but we're missing the top path warship. Okay, how I'm gonna do the top path warship, we can't really make a tower in this game do 17 attacks, right? So what I'm instead gonna do for the top path warship is, where's mortar? I'm gonna use mortar with 100 range, and it has a cooldown of 18, right? But then I'm just gonna add up all of the missiles and put them into one big hit. So if each missile does 1385 damage and there's 17 attacks, that is a total of 23,545 damage, and that right there is going to be our top path warship, which we set on random. So now that we have all our towers, let's get into a game and see how well this does against the strongest bosses in this game.